So I figured I'd make this video while I was doing it. Discovered a couple days ago that my differential pan was leaking, and went in to go fix it. Got the filter, got everything I needed, all the gaskets. Found out it was the wrong one. So after that, I discovered that it was actually the diff pan, that it was bent, and so I needed to get a new diff pan, but nobody can get it. My car's a little bit older, and apparently this is not a standard diff pan for that car. So I was forced to go to a wrecking yard and get it, but the lovely people there decided to puncture a hole in it. Today's Sunday, so nobody's open to weld it, otherwise that would have been my first option. But I figured I'd show everybody this because not everyone knows about it or thinks about it when they need to. So I went and picked up this little guy. It's basically a quick set drain plug. And so all I did was I cut that hole out a little bit bigger. Just used a Dremel and cut-off wheel and a metal grinder. Make it big enough to fit in there. But something else I wanted to show everybody today was this stuff. It's actually you can make your own gasket. Everyone has the option of using the standard crap, but I don't feel like waiting another 12 hours to start my car. I don't have that kind of time today, so I'm gonna make my own. It's pretty simple. You just lay it out, use a razor blade to cut it to shape, and cut your holes out, and there you go. You got yourself a gasket. It's not going to take you 12 hours to set, or 24 in my case because it's pretty cold out. But this little guy, this thing is going to save my day today, because otherwise I'd have to wait till tomorrow to get this welded, take a day off of work, and ruin my whole plans. But basically with this stuff, this is the step I'm on. I've already cleaned it all up and got the hole good enough that it'll fit in there and seal. I strongly recommend getting some thread seal or thread locker. I don't have any, and I can't really run to the auto parts store right now because I don't have a car. But I'm hoping that this will stay together and not ever come out, because if it does, I'll be pretty screwed. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out now and come back to this when I've got that cut out and show you how it looks. So I got it all positioned up now. Now it's just time to cut the outline. So I'll come back to it once that's all cut out. So I got the outline all cut out now. Took me a couple minutes. Kind of taking my time, that way I don't mess it up. So now, take that off. I have this whole sheet. Obviously I can't use that, so I got to cut out the center. I'm just going to use a ruler, and I need about 3/4 of an inch all the way around for this to seal properly. So I'm going to measure that out, mark it, and cut away. I will be right back. So I got my outline done. Now, take your time, do it right. It's gonna be well worth it if you take your time. If you mess this up, you're just gonna do it again. Cost more money. And by the way, I didn't throw this in earlier, but the gasket make, or whatever you want to call this, the roll, it was about $10, so it wasn't too bad. And this little guy was $5, and then the pan itself was like $11. So really, this doesn't cost me too much, just a whole lot of time. So this is hopefully this helps somebody else. I kind of had to come up with this plan on the spot and hoping it works out. So I went around, took my Sharpie, and drew in all the holes just so I could see placement on it before I actually cut out the holes. I found that one is right on the corner. That would most likely leak if I did that spot. So I'm going to move all this over just a tad bit and remark it. I've got a different color Sharpie I'm going to use, but something real small that make you want to throw this thing against the wall if you cut that hole and then found out that it was all for nothing. So you can see these red marks next to it. I had to use a red pen. Doesn't show quite as well, but I'm definitely much happier with the placement. I wish it would be farther over. Wish I'd left a little bit more in that corner, but I didn't, so it's gonna have to do. And unfortunately, this is probably the last piece of gasket I have big enough to do this, and I really don't feel like using the silicone stuff, just because I don't want to wait that long. But I'm gonna go ahead and just use my drill and drill out these holes, just a little bit bigger than the bolt size. But show you guys when I'm done. So got my gasket all cut out and all the holes drilled out. That hole, it's pretty close to the edge. I'd rather have a little bit more on the inside of it, but it'll have to do. Oh well. But hopefully this helps you guys get yourself, I guess, unfucked. Get you out of my situation at least. That'll be all. It's time for me to go put this in my car and hopefully start it and start driving around again.